Hello, we are from Group 1. Let me introduce ourselves. My name's Arpan Maulana, student ID 056, and my friends Gusti Kamandanu and Ardian Fauzan. And our lecturer, Dr. Nova Mariana, SAMM. And then, learning objectives. First, list major decision areas and concepts in employee compensation management. Describe major administrative tools used to manage employee compensation. Explain importance of competitive labor market and product market force in compensation decisions. Discuss the significance of process issues such as communication in compensation management. Describe new developments in pay structure designs. Explain where US stands on pay issues from an international perspective. Explain reason for executive pay controversy. Describe regulatory framework for employee compensation. The next is introduction. From the employer's point of view, pay is a powerful tool for furthering the organization's strategic goals. First, pay has a large impact on employee attitudes and behaviors. After introduction, there is developing pay levels, include pay structure, pay level, job structure, and pay policies. Equity theory and fairness. In discussing the consequences of pay decisions, it is useful to keep in that employees often evaluate their pay relative to that of other entries. Equity theory suggests that people evaluate the fairness of their suggestions by comparing them with those of other people. Developing pay levels market pressures to competitive market challenge in pay decision. First, product is sell goods and service and a quantity and price that will bring a return on investment. And then labor. Labor is amount an organization must pay to compete against other organizations that hire similar employees. There are two components of labor cost. First, average cost per employee, and then staffing level. Employees as a resource, a philosophy that considers employees to be an investment that will yield valuable returns. Controlling costs through non-competitive pay can result in low employee productivity and quality. And then, pay policies and programs are important HR tools for encouraging desired employee behaviors and discouraging undesired behaviors. The next is developing a job structure. Job structure is relative worth of various jobs in based on internal comparisons. Job evaluation is administrative procedure used to measure internal job worth. The evaluation process is composed of compatible factors, which are characteristics of jobs that an organization values and choose to pay. Job evaluators often apply a weighting scheme to account for differing importance of compatible factors to the organization. There are conflicts between market pay surveys and job evaluation. First, internal data drives up labor costs and create product market problems. And then, if external markets data are emphasized and a job is paid lower internally, comparisons that employees make internally will result in dissatisfaction. And then an organization should consider its strategy, what jobs and or function will be critical for success and market competitive pressures. After we talk about conflict, the next is the importance of process participation and communication. Participation, employee participation in compensation decision making can take many forms. For example, employees may serve on task forces charged with recommending and designing a pay program. Communication, a dramatic example of the importance of communication was found in a study of how an organization communicates pay cuts to its employees and the effects on theft rates and perceived equity. Current challenge: job-based pay structure can create problems. First, reinforce top-down decision-making as well as status differentials. Bureaucracy, time and cost required to generate and update job descriptions can become a barrier to change, and then job-based structure may not reward desired behaviors. where the knowledge, skills, and abilities needed yesterday may not be helpful today and tomorrow. And then system encourage promotion-seeking behavior but discourages lateral. There are responses to problems with job-based pay structures. First, delayering and banding, skill-based, competency-based. Can the US labor force compete? There are four factors in deciding where to locate production. First, instability of countries' differences in labor costs, skill levels, productivity unit labor costs, and GDP, non-labor consideration. Executive pay. The issue of executive pay has been given widespread attention in press. In a sense, the topic has received more coverage than it deserves because there are very few top executives and their compensation often accounts for a small share of an organization's total labor costs. Executive pay accounts for a small proportion of labor costs. Executives have a disproportionate ability to influence organizational performance. Issues include not only how much executives are paid but how they are paid. Okay, that's all from our presentation. We hope you understand and thank you.